If you enjoy the Low Scale Gaming podcast, please leave us a like, review, and subscribe. Any feedback is welcomed, and I hope you enjoy the show. Are you today's date? Because you're 10 out of 10.
You're so sweet. Thank you.
Hello, and welcome to the Low Scale Gaming podcast for the week of October 10th. I'm your host, Ghostland's Finest, and as always, I'm joined by Conan Jones and Inferior Mage.
Hello.
I want to start this off by asking a question. Am I in the wrong for swiping left on this chick that was in a wheelchair?
Well, is the fact that she was in a wheelchair while you swiped left? Or?
Yes.
Then yes.
I mean, you're on Tinder, so I mean, you're already kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel.
I know, but I'm not.
Well, okay. I'll give it to
you.
I'll give it to you because Tinder, it's all about vanity. So,
see,
to be fair, even if you swiped right, she probably swiped left on you. So,
see, so it's fine, right? But it's okay.
You feel guilty about it?
No, I wanted to ask y'all to see what y'all felt. If I felt like scum of the earth for swiping left on her.
I mean, we thought you were that before you asked that question, so it is.
we already accepted who you were.
You?
Oh crap!
I didn't even hear it, but I'll put it in.
But I don't know. I was just sitting there. I've had I don't know. I have this pounding headache today, and it just But today starts my 11-day. Count it, Conan Jones. Count it with me.
One.
Every
time. I'm not doing that every time. We're gonna be here for 20 minutes.
4.
God dang it!
All right.
11 days of my fall break.
Proud.
Most people only get 2 days off on fall break.
I'm counting the weekend days off.
Because you just got a full week from school gone, correct?
Yeah. It's just 5 days for fall break off. Well, 6, because we're out of school tomorrow, too.
Do you also get a week off for Thanksgiving break?
Yes.
Wow.
I think the reason why we get all these, the week off stuff for that is that we don't take, days off for random things, like how other schools do,
just take it all at once.
Yeah, kind of like that.
You know, the fall semester in college was always easier than the spring semester because you had so many breaks spread out.
But see, I'm okay with it like this. It makes me feel more not eager, more
refreshed.
Not refreshed. What's the word I'm looking for? That where you're more satisfied with something. It was more rewarding for having 11 days of fall break instead of 2.
Yeah, because then it doesn't really feel like you really got a break.
Yeah, it just feels like I took a day off of work.
11 days straight of WoW classic.
Well, we'll get to that.
Well, not anymore because of what Blizzard did. But
sprinkle in some Texas in there.
We'll get to that. Don't worry.
Can we talk about how much sleep you lost because of thinking up the 10 out of 10 joke to start with?
No, I didn't lose any sleep out of it. That rolled right off the tongue.
Yeah, I'm sure it did.
You thought of it 3 nights before and haven't stopped thinking about it till today.
No, I'm not Conan Jones and then coming up with jokes to say back to the things I say to him. I'm not that bad about it.
Just a week later. You remember on last week's podcast you said this? Well, this is my retort. Ha ha ha.
That's how Conan Jones is. He fights like a woman sometimes.
I love it when you think of a good comeback 3 days after you had the argument. You're I should have said that. Ugh.
I do that all the time though, and then I just save it for later because I know it'll come back up. That's what I did in side meetings all the time. all the time. I would we'd go in circles because that's the official shape of Kappa Kappa Psi, and
A circle.
this is a circle. And so I would if I'd lose an argument or just somebody would just I would just save it for next time. I would figure out what to say and say it the next time and make the meeting last even longer. I'll be completely honest. The meeting length determined if I was in a good mood or not.
I bet that they're so happy that you're gone.
You're probably right. But I also got a lot of stuff done though too. It wasn't that I was starting arguments for no reason. It was that I was keeping the arguments that I felt was beneficial going for too long.
Now, to be fair, some of those arguments were arguments for no reason. Not
like
all
what?
Beneficial. Sometimes you just argue to argue with people.
Like what? They give me an example.
Well, I can't without name dropping people.
Literally, anytime you talk to your big.
Yeah,
that's
that or your little.
Which one?
Wait,
my newest one?
No,
the officer.
Well, I don't know if you had a good nickname. The one that just had the baby. Was that your little, or is that?
Wait, who just had a baby?
I have no idea. I can't name drop.
I have no idea. None of my littles have had a baby.
Here, just say it. I'll mark it and take it out.
Because their arguments made no sense.
But we're not discussing whether anyone liked her or not. We're discussing whether your arguments were.
My arguments always made sense.
But it was also pointless, which made
my arguments to get the lights.
Okay, no, I'm not.
Remember, I had a full presentation for that.
Well, you also had the full presentation for this. Was it the sound system?
Yes, I did, and I got that too.
We did get the sound system.
Let's see
what else? It did that.
Also, I had a full presentation for our trip to National Convention that got paid for completely by the chapter.
Imagine if you would have put as much work into actual schoolwork as you did Psi presentations to get stuff.
Well, he only puts in work for things that he wants.
That's true. I'll say that. That's 100%. I put in the work for the stuff that I want. If it's not something I don't want to do, I'm not going to care about it.
I guess that's a good quality.
As long as you're doing stuff you want to do.
Yeah, I'll admit that every day of the week. That I'm not going to put tomorrow when I'm sleeping in.
We were a bomb fundraising committee. All right, we got.
I was a bomb fundraising.
Whatever.
Committee.
I was right with you the entire time.
No, not the entire time. Not that last little bit. Yes, that last little bit. But the first 2 years when I was doing it by myself, I was a bomb committee.
I wasn't in case.
I know that. I'm just saying. I was the fundraising committee head for 3.5 years.
And I was with you for 2 of those.
No, you was in there for 1. Whenever
was it just 1 full year, or was
it was 1 year?
I guess it was like 1.5.
It was 1 year. Whenever you was in it, because you were the fundraising head, even though I had been fundraising head for 2 years and had been making all this money.
I was in the fundraising committee with you.
I don't remember that.
Ahead. I was in the committee with you my entire time with Inside, because they never put me in any other committee.
I don't remember, but I just know that I was the fundraising head for 3.5 years. I made a lot of money, and we did a lot of good stuff with that money. Get me lights.
Fundraising was where we tried to send members to die and kill their enthusiasm.
Thanks, Conan Jones.
But fundraising did suck.
Because I was
it didn't.
I was fundraising chair before I was president.
I remember that.
That was several years ago.
And when I became fundraising head, when Conan Jones became president.
I feel like sometimes we're living in the past a little bit.
Not really. We're just reminiscing about old times. I will say this. When Conan Jones was president, easily my favorite year of Psi. You know why?
Because you got away with everything.
I got away with everything. I could rob a bank and nothing would happen to me and Psi. Maybe that's a bit extreme. Take that out.
I'm not taking. You didn't say anything bad. I'm not taking it out.
Okay, I could do some I wouldn't, but I didn't like take.
Corruption.
I didn't like take advantage of it. I just like. I don't know. I don't know. I feel I pushed it to the limit. I pushed it to the limit, but I didn't take advantage of it. If there was a time where I was just like I needed to scale back, I scaled back. But I mean, we did a lot of good stuff though. We did our League of Legends tournament.
We did, and that made a lot of money. It was
that
fun.
Did make a lot of money. I was surprised that made a lot of money, and it all started on that bomb tournament that we went to in Tulsa because we said we could do it better.
To be fair, we got a lot of support from. We got some more support. I wouldn't say a lot of support, but we got more support from the school for that League of Legends tournament than I ever thought we would get.
God, I did not. The stupid IT department. Oh my God.
The IT lady.
But the point is that SWASU tried to help us.
Well, it was because we were bringing outside people to SWASU. They're all gun-ho for that.
They're like, high school kids that are going to come to campus and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah,
exactly.
And we're going to sell them sodas.
Yeah. We made some good money off of that. That was a good idea me and Conan had.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, I'm glad that I wasn't part of this at all.
You wasn't. We was lit. Okay, you wasn't even in the car when we were having this conversation.
What are you talking? I went to the Tulsa tournament with you.
Yes, guys. You did, but you didn't drive back with us. You went back home.
No, we went to Golden Corral,
and then
we talked about it.
You didn't know. We did not talk. We and Conan Jones had this idea when we was driving. It was on the other side of El Reno when we was going back there. It was when we started talking about it. It was pitch black at night, and we were sitting there. Did I get kicked or did Mage kick? Mage left.
Just started hearing you yell about it.
Do you not remember this?
You talking to me or to him?
Yeah, you.
Oh no, I remember the conversation. I don't remember if we talked about it at Golden Corral or not. But
I don't remember talking about the Golden Corral.
I do remember talking about it on the way home in the car.
I remember talking about it on the way home in the car. It was pitch black, and it was just like, we could do this better, can't we? And then we started spitballing ideas.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's back to old school podcast with just me and you. I totally skipped over how you're doing this week.
Oh, I'm good. We just kind of jumped in and started being dumb.
Yeah, Mage, are you done throwing a fit?
Sorry, it's storming outside.
Is that why you left, or is it because you got mad?
No, but that's not why I left. But that's my excuse.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into our fails of the week. Conan Jones, what is your fail of the week?
So now that it's like cold again, start in the morning, which I'm super freaking happy about, by the way.
Right? It's supposed to be like 25 tomorrow morning.
Oh, dude, I'm so freaking excited.
Awful.
So while y'all are getting ready for work, I'm just going to open the windows and go back to sleep. No, I should probably turn on the heater for my brother.
I love using my comforter. I'm excited for that weather.
Oh, dude, yeah, we can get the big blanket back out. Heck yeah.
The big old jean one?
No, I had to get rid of it. I sold it. But for whenever we left Texas,
how much you sell that for?
I don't even remember, but it hadn't been washed, and it hadn't been washed since like Weatherford.
Ew,
that's gross.
I mean, but, I remember washing it.
Wash it?
Because it was that comforter was thick with like 4 C's and no K. And I remember we washed it one time before, and we had to take it to a laundromat with like the big old heavy duty washers.
Yeah.
Because our washer and dryer couldn't handle it. But then you couldn't dry it because it was so thick. So we just had to like
hang it up
and make like a fort with like kitchen tables and like drape
get in
it
there,
across.
Get some popcorn, watch a movie.
I mean, honestly though, like the living room smelled really good because it was just like that clean.
I think
laundry.
I remember that now.
But yeah, it didn't make it back from Texas.
Bomb blanket fort though.
Yeah. Okay, so my fail. Since it's cold, I was like, I want some coffee this morning. So I turned the Keurig on, opened it up, and it still had a pod in it from like
the
God only knows how long ago. So I ran like 4 cycles of just hot water to kind of clean it out and stuff.
Yeah.
Ugh, excuse me. And got it cleaned out, got the coffee made, everything was good. Caught my little cap screwed back onto my cup, and I'm walking out the door, and the cap, come later to find out the O-ring was not, it was like all jacked. Excuse me, I'm like burpy as crap.
Well, I thought you were yawning.
I was like gassy for some reason.
Because of like that 10 pounds of food you ate before coming on.
It wasn't 10 pounds. It was like 4.
What did you eat? Jesus.
It was
just a good slab of ribs real quick.
We had tacos.
Wait, you had ribs?
No, we had tacos.
Oh.
But the O-ring and the cup was all screwed up, so it just like spilled everywhere, like all over my jeans, and had to come back inside and change, and I said some bad words, and I was salty this morning.
Oh.
But
Mage, what is your fail of the week?
Well, it's been storming all day today. This is
fail of the week.
No, I'm building up into it. Sorry.
Okay.
No, so like it stormed all last night. Well, I woke up this morning and nothing was raining and anything like that, and it was like 70 degrees outside, or maybe a little bit lower than that, but not ridiculously cold.
Yeah.
So I didn't take a jacket because I was like, all right, well, this is all the rain that we had. It was all last night. Well, as soon as I get to work, it just, like, I'm in my car in the parking lot, and it is just pouring. And I'm just like, dang it. So I don't have a coat, and I had to get, like, I just got soaked. I got soaked, and I had to live with that all work day.
Oh. Did you get a fat boy rash?
No.
Okay.
But it's just like, oh.
My fail of the week is actually today. So I have one that's different than what I have written down, but I'll get into that too. Because my other one leads into my topic one for this week. With the Carl's Jr.'s today, and the Carl's Jr.'s here in my town always burns me every time I go over there. But for some reason, I thought today was Friday. And it was 5 o'clock, and I drove like right, kind of like in the area by it because I took my brother to his counseling. And I was just like, yeah, I could go for a Famous Star. $1.50 Famous Star, sign me up for it. Go to the drive-thru. They're not really busy. So there's 2 windows. There's 2 of the little order thing. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah, like the windows.
No, not the windows, but 2 like the places where you can order at.
Oh.
Like at McDonald's where they have aisle 1 and aisle 2?
Yes. So there's one person aisle 1. I go to aisle 2. Like, cool, whatever, okay? Dude stays like, oh, I'll be with you in a second, blah, blah, okay, whatever. So I wait for like 5 minutes. The dude next to me pulled off a while ago, okay? So another guy pulls up, instantly takes his order. And I'm just like getting mad, okay? So I just like, okay, I'll just wait for a little bit longer, whatever. He'll get to me. Maybe he just forgot, simple mistake. Another person pulls up, instantly gives his order. So I go into that store, spitting fire, because I am mad. Like, I am mad as hell. Anyways, so I've come to find out after I paid for my order and stuff, because I wanted 2 Famous Stars of spicy chicken and some poppers. And it was like $20. I didn't think about it. I was so mad. And I was reading my receipt, and I was like,
well when you order 3 meals,
Well, it's one for... Listen, one was for my brother, okay? And I put the poppers on the sandwich, so you like El Diablo burger.
I got you. I'm just messing with you.
So, and then the spicy chicken was just for flavor, okay? Bless your mouth. Anyways, so before I was rudely interrupted, I look at the thing and I'm just like, why is this so expensive? And then I was like, oh wait, it's Thursday. Why? Then I said out loud, why am I even here if it's not Friday? And I looked at my brother and he was just like, I don't know. Like it was a redundant question.
Rhetorical.
Rhetorical, whatever.
I could just imagine your brother saying that too.
Oh.
Yeah, he did. And I was just...
Oh.
Anyways, I was so mad about it. And the dudes in the Carl's Jr. just did not, like, give a flip about their job. Like, I hate those type of people that, like, that work at a fast food place and just don't, like, care they work in a fast food place. Like,
those places kind of suck your soul.
I know that. But, man, so does teaching.
Not the same degree.
Anyways, I never worked fast food, so I guess I can't relate.
Does Little Caesars
I mean,
count as
I work
fast food?
retail, so
Yeah, I mean, it's hot and ready.
I kind of get it.
Yeah.
It's not good, but it's hot and ready.
You had to pick 2 of the 3.
Yeah.
Hot, ready, and good.
But then my other fail of the week is today's all fall break, so I'm just like hyped up, like 3:10. Let's get here quick. Come on. All the elementary kids went on a field trip today, so I just had high school kids. Just like, come on, 3:10. And my baritone player that I just have a love-hate relationship with, man, he comes, he's getting mad that he's failing again. And I'm just like, whose fault is it that you're failing? And he was like, well, Mr. Blah, blah, blah hasn't been grading my papers. Did you turn them in on time? He was like, well, no, but he should still be able to grade my papers in a timely manner. I'm like, he would have if you got them in on time. Keep in mind, I can't go into it, but he has a really, 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 really low grade in one of his classes.
Yeah.
And by low, I mean a non-existing grade in one of his classes.
Oh, Lord. I know exactly.
And he's just so like, he's like mad. He's starting to argue with me about it. And so I'm at the point of the day, it was 2:50. We just got done with our playing test. I was honestly about to give them just the rest of the day to just chit chat. Honestly, I was, because we got done with our playing test. I got my grades submitted. I was good to go. And then I had to spend 15 minutes telling him, arguing with him about why he needs to get his stuff in. And I was just like, the only time you ever get motivated for anything is whenever I have to get on to you. It doesn't seem like anybody else you get motivated for. When your parents get on to you, don't get motivated. When your teacher, the other teachers don't get on to you, or when our principal gets on to you, you don't get motivated. But whenever I start yelling at you, you seem to get your stuff done. So if that's what it takes, that's what it takes.
I'm going to be yelling at you.
Yeah.
Motivated.
Anyways. But so then it led me into this thinking that, we need to have some form of motivation for them to practice over fall break. Because we're going to be gone for 11 days. Mm-hmm. So I told them, I was like, don't let your instrument collect 11 days of dust. Because I know that's what most of y'all are going to do. And I was like, I don't expect y'all to practice every day. I don't expect y'all to practice like hours on end. But, pulling your instrument out and practicing 30 minutes here and there isn't asking too much. And so then I was just like, I was sitting there, I was like, wait a minute, I have a great idea.
The wheels
this goes into topic 1 now. I'm going to have my kids do a chair test the day we come back from fall break.
I love it.
Is that a good idea or a bad idea?
I'm for it.
We're doing a chair test on our stand tune that I just handed out to them today.
Did you tell them they would have a test on it when they got back on Monday?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, no, you're good.
I made sure to tell them. I was very adamant about it. I was just like, hey, we're having a chair test on Monster by Skillet. It's actually a really good arrangement, even though the song is like awful. It's actually a really good arrangement.
Is it the Monster by Eminem?
No, I just said Monster by Skillet.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't hear you say by.
Yeah, okay, but I was just like, because my first chair trumpet player, is just like pretty adequate with where they're at. Okay, they don't want to like get better. He doesn't want to practice anything. So then, but I have this 8th grader that has been making good progress and has been wanting to move up. So I told that's the main reason why I'm having them do this chair test is because of my trumpets. But I have to make it where everybody is doing it, not just single out 2-3 people, you know?
No, yeah. If you're gonna have to be mean to one, you have to be mean to all of them like that.
So,
no, if you would have just surprised them on Monday and say, "Oh, hey, we got a surprise pop quiz for a chair test that's worth a lot of your points. Hope you practiced over the break," then you're in a different boat. But since you're like, "Hey, your stuff needs to go home over the break. We're having a test on Monday after you get back. Like, be prepared." So now it's on them for not practicing or doing anything, and they're going to be pissed off at you. Like, make no mistake about it. But the 2 or 3 who actually took their instruments home and are going to practice are going to love you for it. But if you're
they're going to get first chair, and they're going to be like, "I earned it."
But you have to.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah, stick to your guns with it.
That's the whole thing. Is that I want them to earn it. Like I told them, I was like, when we come back from fall break, we are doing Christmas music because we need to start doing our Christmas concert stuff now. We have done pep band enough. It is time to move straight into Christmas music.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Do you have like the parents' emails and stuff?
No.
Okay.
I doubt most of them even have an email address.
Oh yeah, I didn't think rural Oklahoma.
I'm not even gonna check my email during this.
Because I was just thinking, like, it might be a good idea to like email the parents. That way, when you have that one kid that's like, "Well, Ghost just threw this test on me out of nowhere," and the parents would be like, "I have evidence that I told them about."
It's on the board too. It's written on the board and everything.
This is your kid's fault. This ain't my fault.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
say I might be a jerk for assigning it, but
they need some
kid's lazy for not working on it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Because you didn't even assign them to do anything. They might show up on Monday and just sight read it and be fine.
Yeah.
But then you know where I'm going.
Right. I don't know. I mean, I'll see how it goes. Hopefully it was a good idea. Hopefully. Well,
I remember when I was going to all those conventions and stuff, and they had those classes, and I guess like other band directors, not all band directors do chair tests and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I know my band director when I was in high school didn't do chair tests.
This is my very first chair test.
Yeah, I really like chair tests. I know some kids. I know that some kids have anxiety over performing, but the thing is that playing an instrument is a performance. So, I mean, you get anxiety over tests and doing something like reading out loud in front of the classroom and have anxiety over it. But the fact of the matter is, when you're in band, you're performing. It's for entertainment. And if you can't play in front of your peers, then why are you there?
I haven't had that issue that much, though. I really haven't. I did have it at the beginning, but now, like, that's kind of what I've been telling him. Like, if you can't play in front of these people, how do I expect you to play in front of like our whole community when they come?
Yeah, I have 2 thoughts with that. The first one is it's a normal thing to have that anxiety, but yeah, you just have to have that mindset and do it in class with them so much than playing by themselves, especially the little kids. It's a little weirder for you since you have beginners and seniors in the same class. But then the second deal is, if this is your first chair test that you've done with them, what have you done up to this point?
Playing, like, I've been doing Friday like playing tests.
But I've
done playing tests every Friday.
But they haven't been for chairs?
No.
I mean, we did that when I was doing student teaching and in beginning band and everything. We had not chair tests. They were playing tests, but they were also chair tests. But it's fine. It just matter. The only difference is you move a chair if you're better. Like,
They had that whenever I was student teaching too, and I never understood it because the person I was student teaching wouldn't really ever update the lists.
Okay, that makes sense for that side of it, but I never not did chair tests. Like if they did a test by themselves in front of the class, like it was a chair test.
Yeah, I've never. Yeah, this is my first time doing it. Beforehand, it was just me. Like I would base it off of like the person's skill on how I played. Granted, that was me still like figuring things out like last year. Now it's more of me like having a better understanding of everything and what to do and what I feel is the correct thing to do now.
Yeah.
you know, honestly, I'm kind of with what you're doing, Ghost, and more than what I did during student teaching and stuff. Because like some kids just have bad days, but like having a chair test every once in a while and then having playing tests every Friday, that doesn't affect your chair. Like you still have that little bit of competition, but it's not so much where like it's happening every week and the chairs don't mean anything if it's happening every week, kind of a deal.
When I was in Texas, whenever we did our scale test that we were talking about before with my junior high group, I think I did every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks, something like that, was a chair test, and then they would rearrange. So yeah, it wasn't the every week that they're changing, and then it kind of loses its potency because then you're like, oh, I'm just going to change spots next week, so it is what it is. But to still have that competition between, honestly, probably just kind of your upper chairs to fight for that first chair.
Yeah, it's hard to explain it because it's kind of like a psychological thing. I think a little bit of competition is a good thing because it helps people improve, but a lot of competition can be toxic. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's just the climate that you have in your room.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Like when you're doing your chair test, make sure everyone claps after every performance.
Oh, we do.
No matter how bad it was.
We do. I make sure that, and if anybody's talking, they instantly like lose. They fail their test.
Yeah, I always did. They went down a chair, regardless of where they ended. They'd go down one at the end of the grading cycle.
But yeah, this is my first time doing it, so I'm kind of gonna be.
Do you have a rubric set?
No, I was just going to like listen. I was gonna record it. I was gonna take my mic there and record it, listen to it, and then give them feedback on it.
That's fair.
Something
that I found that helped me out is if having a paper rubric that you're using to score stuff. Because I had a couple pissed off mamas being like, little Jimmy didn't make first chair and he practiced for 14 hours yesterday. What the hell? And I'm just like Susie beat him out. Sorry. Like, okay, well, what did little Johnny do wrong?
Maybe little Jimmy should have practiced 20 hours instead of 14.
Yeah. And having that paperwork to fall back on of, oh, his tone wasn't good whenever I graded it. That was my mindset with it. And then you can always, if you're recording it, you can go back and listen to it. And that was the good thing about having the Google Classroom stuff in Texas, is that it was all, you could go back and listen to it. And I could send the parents, this is literally what your kid turned in. Is what you're hearing worth 100? No, I didn't think so. They stay where they are. Shut up. I had a couple of those emails.
Oh, yeah. Parents are the worst. But, I mean, to be fair, as a parent, if you don't advocate for your kid, who will?
Oh, yeah. It's like, I don't blame them. I just don't like it when they do it.
I mean, I can blame parents for a lot of things. Parents ruin their children. But
don't pull the punches there.
I mean, y'all are both social workers, so I would hope you would like.
It's very fair. God, my neck is killing me.
From all that dick sucking.
Hey, now.
I knew he was going to say it.
I knew he was.
That's why I didn't stop it. Really at 34 minutes? Jesus Christ.
Dunk sucking. duck loving.
Duck walked into a lemonade stand.
Hey,
Hey, you got any grapes?
get the fuck out, Duck.
No, duck is a lemonade stand.
Hey, I want to say that all of our edits so far has been clearly because of Mage.
Mm-hmm.
All two of them.
3?
Two?
3?
What was the third?
Saying my friend's name from Psy?
You didn't give me a choice on that one, though.
I mean, you were saying the wrong thing, so I mean, it's on you.
Okay, whatever.
Poor thing. Can we jump back into this now? I want to jump on the topic too.
Oh yeah, I'll just listen to it and find a good spot to jump back in.
Okay. All right. So, but that's I'm playing. I'll keep y'all updated whenever we get back to that. It'll be like 2 weeks from today because get that 11-day fall break. So, but topic 2 is something that I'm like pretty fired up about too. Blizzard Entertainment is sucking the Chinese teat of marketing and getting that money, and it has really made me and everybody else that's like a Blizzard gamer from their childhood up until now really just pissed off.
Honestly, any company that supports China at this point is in the wrong.
I thought South Park was making an episode just to like stay topical, and then all this stuff happened exactly like how South Park predicted it to be.
Well, the NBA thing was before the South Park episode aired.
Well, but then the other NBA thing happened though about the Houston Rockets owner or something talked about something against China, and then
I mean, I get it. It's a lot of money. Chinese. There's a lot of people in China. There's a lot. I know,
but is money worth our integrity?
No, our integrity. No, and it's definitely not worth human lives.
We need our integrity.
It's messed up what's happening in China right now, and it's really messed up that companies are not. They're more for greed than they are for the well-being of people.
So if you don't know what's going on, this Hearthstone professional player named Blitzchung, I think he got banned for a year from competitive play, and all of his earnings taken
from that one tournament. I think
from that tournament,
Hearthstone
Grandmasters tournament, and basically taking 2 years of pay from this guy, for coming out in support of the liberating Hong Kong and everything like that. And Blizzard also said they weren't working with the 2 casters anymore that were interviewing the guy. Even though the casters like tried hiding after he said that, just so they wouldn't get like anything happening to him. But that's besides the point. Blizzard coming out and throwing down the ban hammer on this guy has just like made everybody up in arms against him. Like it's gotten to the point where senators and congressmen and women from both sides of the tape are coming out and saying that, hey, Blizzard, no company should be like doing this in the face of no American-based company should be trying to mute the sounds of freedom from anybody.
Spit in the face of democracy.
Yeah.
NBA is doing the same thing, spitting in the face of democracy.
It's. I've played Blizzard games for 20 years now, and
you're old.
I feel like I should the big thing now is everyone's like trying to delete their Blizzard their Battle.net accounts,
but they can't because they got rid of the 4-step process to do that.
Yeah, and then they got rid of the process on how to delete your account, and now it's like a 30-day thing. You have to send them the first thing you have to do is you have to send them the code on your authenticator. The next thing you have to do is send them like the security code on one of the games that you've bought from them. So if you bought it digitally, you're kind of screwed. I have one from from the the Cataclysm expansion, and that's just because it's a collector's edition. I can go look at it on the box. And then the third step after that is you have to send them a photo of your ID, and then after that, then it's and then after that, it's like a 30-day process for it to get deleted now. Because there's been so many people going and just deleting the games from their computer and deleting their Battle.net account.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I've gotten that extreme. I've thought of it. But I don't think I'm playing World of Warcraft for a little bit. After me like talking nonstop about how much fun Classic has been, I think I'm not going to play Classic anymore.
I was like, how do you support a company like that?
Exactly. Like,
did you see where
the owner of Epic Games came out and was just like, we support anybody that says it. Pro player, content creator, anybody. We support anybody that says in the voices of freedom or whatever. Even though they're owned, like 40% of their company's owned by Tencent, the big Chinese gaming company. Mm-hmm. But they still said that. So it made me kind of want to play Fortnite again, just because like they're being actually a good company for that way. Not with this whole Epic Games store, but everything else I'm happy with.
If only they would fix their client.
Right?
Well, if only they would fix their client and not have their games crash all the time.
No, I said right. Sorry, I was getting a piece of ice.
Oh, I thought you said what?
See, I don't have a problem with the client.
Yeah, I haven't really have a client. I have a problem with the client either.
I've had a couple times. I've had some difficulty like loading up the client. If that makes like sometimes I would click on it and say that's coming on and it doesn't. So I have to like make sure I turn off the program and redo it. That's happened to me a few times.
Well, just like all these companies that are like in support of it, of support China, just makes me not want to support them at all.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I've been watching like a whole lot of videos and stuff about the Hong Kong protests, and I'm just like, how can? Because literally China's hiring like gang members and thugs as police officers to stop the rioting.
Yeah, and they're going to do whatever they want.
People are dying in Hong Kong.
Yeah,
for their freedom. And pitiful, as an American citizen, America was built doing the exact same thing.
Yeah, so, they killed my ancestors.
How can an American company not support that?
Why?
I don't know.
Why would a company have to have an opinion, like to voice an opinion?
The real reason why is because they're getting money. That's the honest to God reason why. China is the largest market in the world. It's the largest growing market for gaming, and there's so many people there that it's just if you do bad in China, you're losing millions, almost $1 billion of profit you could be making. That's why everyone is just like in full support of China, and it's disgusting to see it.
Also, in response to Conan, in the eyes of the American government, a company can be ruled as an individual, like a person, which gives us the right for, like, Hobby Lobby not wanting to have their employees get birth control because of religious reasons.
Speaking of Hobby Lobby, you remember like 2 years ago whenever they stole those Jewish paintings?
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
That got swept under the rug.
It did, because I don't even remember that. So they got super swept under the rug. But yeah, like, so in the eyes of the law, if a company can be treated as an individual, then their individual opinions and the individual actions matter. That's kind of how I see it.
I'm just trying to process it. Like I get the whole
actions of the company support the views of their policy.
Yeah.
Their policy values greed over rights of citizens. So if they're going to value Chinese money, then then it's clear that they care more about money than they do about the people.
I mean, that's how it is.
Have jobs
Exactly.
for, that they give products to, that they care more about the money that they make than the people that help them make the money.
Okay. For some reason, my brain just went to like other companies and not Blizzard, and I think that's why I got confused, because I'm just like, Blizzard is siding with the Chinese government and not with the Chinese people, but the people are the ones who buy the stuff. But if your government's not allowing your stuff into the country for the people to buy it, it doesn't really matter if the people are on your side. So I'm full circle. I'm caught up. Sorry, I'm so slow. I don't.
But you see where I'm coming from now, Conan?
Yes, yeah. Sorry, I was just like, I was three steps behind, and I just could not catch up.
So, that's one fun thing though that's come out of this is that people on the internet are trying to make Mei from Overwatch.
Yeah, I'm reading that right now.
into a free Hong Kong symbol to get Overwatch banned in China, because China will ban anything that criticizes them, like
Winnie the Pooh
Square Massacre or Winnie the Pooh. And
currently, the fourth top post on r/Blizzard is May supports Hong Kong, and it's her with a face mask on.
I heard they shut down their Reddit.
They did. They shut it down for a little bit, but it's back up now. I saw that too.
That is a dumpster fire of a dumpster
fire.
It
is a dumpster fire on top of a trash fire on top of a train fire.
All of the fire.
But China's trying to buy up Reddit stock and force policies to make them hide the Hong Kong protest. China's doing some crazy stuff, and I don't see how anyone can support them at this point. They're acting pretty crazy, like North Korea crazy.
Sounds like they need some democracy.
It sounds like they need some integrity.
It sounds like China needs some freedom.
hey! Someone call Trump. Tell him they have oil in China.
I was about to say, I heard they had oil.
I heard there's oil.
Hey, Trump. You know who has the second biggest economy in the world? Next to America, of course, because you got to stroke his ego a little bit.
Because we're number one.
China. So you know what we should do?
You gotta say China.
China and take all of their income. It's a win-win.
I don't think that's a win-win.
Oh, man.
We're going places on this podcast today.
We don't get political.
This is different. This is global politics.
And it's gaming. It's all in one.
This is topical.
This is the exception.
This is topical, okay? So this could be used. Now, if we talked about the impeachment trial stuff, that's where it's not topical.
Do you want to talk about that?
No, because we don't get political on here. I was just saying, I was giving a reference.
Giving examples.
Mage, stop trying to get political.
I mean, we can talk about the impeachment trials if that's where you want to go.
No.
I don't have to edit more out.
Yeah. Oh my God. Second highest rating post on r/Blizzard is a Hearthstone card of the picture from Tiananmen Square.
Oh.
It's an 8 mana coin called Chinese Government. Silence any minion that opposes you and take their prize money.
God,
man.
Good Lord.
Silence any minion that opposes you.
I'll tell you what. There's not a better place for memes than Reddit.
Oh, I love it.
I was on it earlier, but I just kind of like ran out.
There's another one I shared. Anytime there's like bad like gaming news, it's always EA, Blizzard, or Activision.
It's the Harry Potter thing.
Yeah, it's always
Yeah.
you three.
I saw it. That's good.
Oh, you know what the best thing that's coming up with all this Blizzard stuff?
What? Tell us
In
right now.
3 weeks, BlizzCon is coming up.
Oh boy. Let's see how
Their
many people show up.
big event to show off all the stuff that's coming out. Like the next expansion for World of Warcraft, Diablo 4, the things they're doing next with Overwatch. Like their big thing is coming up, and they're doing all this crap a month before, and they're making it worse by not saying anything. And then when they did say something, it was two-sided. Did you see this too, Mage?
I did not actually.
So they gave a Western reply to it, and they gave a Eastern reply to it. Let me see if I can find the Blizzard's Eastern reply. I know the Blizzard's Eastern reply to ban. Wait, no, that's not it.
Because
I
saw the deal was like they were talking about the guy's contract and how they justified all of this even happening.
They did that with the Western one, but then they started off their with the Western one. They started off by saying we fully support people by saying or talking about their freedom and that kind of nonsense, whatever. But the Eastern one for the China market started off with saying we are deeply angered by the actions of Blitzchung. And him speaking out for the glorious land of China. And they said glorious in it.
The glorious People's Republic of China.
Yes, that's what they said. And it was just like all over that teat, trying to just apologize. It's like, please, Mr. China, please keep giving us money.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It's gross. It's sickening.
Yeah, it's sad how like
that's so two-faced too.
Yeah, like pick a side. It's
this
not
is
that
like
hard.
a Hindenburg crash. Like,
so I don't think this all boils down to that. I don't think I'm playing World of Warcraft anymore.
I don't blame you.
I don't either.
We can play more League of Legends now. Yeah,
I've actually been playing League, but you haven't been on.
Oh yeah, I haven't played on the real server in like a month.
They have like a new client now. It's really weird.
Did it?
Click on your League.
Oh, let's see.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways,
the whole
let's move to
thing's just a
topic 3.
freaking nightmare. But yeah.
What have y'all been playing this week?
Mage, you got
Mage?
What have I been playing this week? Not a whole lot. I can tell you that.
Conan, what have you been playing this week?
Okay, yeah. This client's what they've had on
the PvE.
PvE for a while, because you can click stay signed in, and it you just hit play and it'll log you in. I got a little further with Arkham City. I beat the campaign, and I was going back and kind of finding trophies and getting Riddler stuff and kind of doing the side quest missions that I just ignored earlier. And then I was just like, I'm kind of bored of this. And I stopped. Then what was on Epic the other day? Was that the last thing?
It's like some Mars Survivor thing, though.
Oh, yeah, I was going to get that because that actually looked pretty good to me. But not really a whole lot because, like, we've been all over the place.
Yeah.
With my wifey.
Well,
what have you
I've been playing for the past like couple days. I've been playing League of Legends, and I'm trying to see if I can get banned for saying free Wukong.
Instead of Hong
free
Kong.
Wukong.
Yeah. and then I got to play Wukong today in ARAM. So every time I got a kill, I was just like, "That's for Wukong."
I was playing.
So I don't know if if they're gonna ban me.
We'll
One
find
can
out.
only hope.
I was playing an Earth game the other day, and somebody got in with it's typed in the chat with like the Chinese symbols or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And somebody,
Mandarin.
yeah, whatever it was. But somebody's like, yeah, I'll have 2 California
Mandarins.
rolls.
I shouldn't be laughing at that. That's racist.
It was pretty racist, but it was kind of funny. And then everybody in the chat had a good hearty chuckle at it.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into wins of the week. Mage, what is your win of the week?
So yesterday we had these things at work called PSCs,
Okay.
which are personal permanency safety committees, or yeah, and I completely forgot about them, and I had to do 3 for 3 different cases, and so I completed all the paperwork before I had to go to do this meeting and basically present these cases and tell them what's going on and how to proceed with getting permanency for children. And so I completed like these long paperwork things in like 2 hours. And I went in there and like I talked to them and I left. It was lunchtime by the time I got out. And my supervisor comes up and she's just like, everyone in there was really impressed with you and how prepared you were for this meeting. And I'm like, that's right. I'm the best.
It's like, I literally just pulled all of this out of my butt.
It literally
no, everything I was pretty impressed that I was able to get all that done. And I did know the cases really well, but it was just like so funny that it was specifically how prepared I was when I wasn't prepared at all.
Yeah.
Nice.
But it was nice getting the compliment. And I got another compliment today too about like how well I'm doing. So I don't know, been a decent week.
Good.
Conan, tell me your win of the week.
So we're going to a Mumford & Sons concert tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Wife is
That's not your win yet. You haven't gone there yet.
Yeah, I just couldn't think of something like an actual win, so that was just like the
Poor sad Conan.
well, it's like so this week the only thing
Shut
that
up,
I've done,
Mage.
I'm just giving him a hard time. You know,
I'll say it for you, Conan. It's fine.
Oh, like the only thing I've done at work is Tuesday I called 2 collaterals. Neither of them answered the phone. And then yesterday and this morning I had to do history of a case, which was a lot of stuff, like dating back to like the 80s.
Oh wow, really?
And it was like 6 pages, ended up being like 6 pages worth of history.
Jesus.
Yeah, so it took me like 2 hours yesterday, and it took me almost to noon today to get through it, just because like I was about to lose my mind. I'd have to get up and go to the bathroom and walk around, and
yeah, that stuff gets real tedious real fast.
Yes, and that's what my supervisor said. She said, "I've paid my dues. It's your time to pay your dues. Here you go." I said, "Fun on a bun." But yeah, I guess my win is Mumford tomorrow. So,
woo, Mumford & Sons.
Never seen them before, so
I have no idea who they are. So,
I mean, if you want to, you can listen to their music on Spotify. They have a lot of it.
I'm okay.
Their new album is pretty good.
Oh, I haven't listened to their new album.
Yeah, the newest one that's like way different than their old stuff.
Our alternative rock radio in Eastern Oklahoma. I guess it's stationed in Tulsa somewhere or whatever. But like, they're kind of like, they're not being alternative rock as much anymore. It's kind of like, but they'll play Mumford & Sons, and so every single time, sometimes when I play on the radio that channel, I'm like, oh, this is a Mumford & Sons. This is nice.
Yeah, this is a nice.
It's always unexpected.
That's sad when that's like the most alternative that there is now.
Yeah. I mean, they're trying to. they're trying to branch out a little bit. I guess get a wider audience, so I can get it. Because sometimes like the edgier things are all just really old now. Like people, I guess, just don't make edgier music anymore.
It's just too political to put on the radio. All the boomers freak out over it.
Let's make edgy music. Low scale edgy.
Those poor 6-year-olds can't handle any change.
Oh, God.
No, I love it. Like
and what you gonna jump into mine?
No, like the old protest songs. They were like made by those people, and now they can't.
Can't take
it.
Okay.
What's your
they can't take what they used to write.
Tired. My win of the week, and for like the next week too, is I have 11 days of fall break, and I know how mad it's making go to paid for 11 days to just kind of take naps during the day. I'm gonna see how many naps I can take in one day.
Just sleep the whole day.
My goal is to take 3 naps in one day. Like wake up, eat something, feed my brother, nap. Wake
take a
up
poop after your nap.
get some water, check on my brother, nap. Wake up from that one, stay up for a little bit because I can't sleep all day. So stay up for maybe 2 hours, get him dinner, or get him something to eat, nap again, and then I'll just stay up for the whole night.
I have to say, did you get a nap in today after you got home?
No, I didn't get home in time. That's why I'm tired.
I don't know how you can nap and not be tired.
What? That's
nap and be tired?
I don't know how you can take a nap and not be tired after you're done.
What?
Oh, because you thought you took a nap earlier.
Oh, no, I could wake up from a nap and still be tired. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, there's no way. Like, I feel 1,000 times worse after a nap than I did before a nap. We've had this conversation a couple times.
Yeah, no, you're weird, dude. I don't know. I guess you just had a traumatizing childhood. I'm not an adult, I guess, because I work from 7 to 3. I'm sorry that I don't get a full hour of lunch and still get whatever, Conan.
It's not even what I.
A little petty here, aren't we?
Conan's getting all mad.
No, yeah, I can't take naps either. Like, it's one of those things where it's like I want to take a nap. Like sometimes I'm super tired, and my body's like, go to sleep. But I'll try. But if that sun's up, it's not happening. Like,
no, I don't have that problem. My issue is that it has to be cold. That's the only issue that I have. Like, I have to sleep with a fan on. Other than that, I can go to sleep. Like,
I don't know what each time I try to take a nap, it's like I have a mini panic attack almost. Like I wake up, like 10 minutes later, and like my heart is like racing. And I was like, I don't know, I can't do naps. I just can't. Weird. Yeah, like I feel like it's gonna kill me if I take a nap.
I hope that you overcome that and get to enjoy the joyful bliss of taking a nap at like 2 p.m. I took a nap yesterday after I got home from work. I took a nap from like 4 o'clock to 6:30. My brother had to come and wake me up so I could feed him dinner.
Oh Lord!
Like, unless I'm sick, I just don't understand that.
And then I went to sleep at 9:30 and slept until about 5.
What?
No.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did.
Was it Mage?
Yeah, that was Mage.
What?
You just like bleeped out real hard.
I did what?
I don't know. It's better now.
Yeah, that was weird.
I didn't even say anything. I don't know what happened.
I think Discord just must have pooped on you.
Maybe. I don't know. That's odd.
Yeah.
That's Discord.
Yeah, I literally didn't even say a word. So I was like,
but yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this.
Me?
this nap's gonna be pretty good that I'm gonna have. I'll keep counting. I'm gonna keep a tally for how many naps I take from starting tomorrow until that Sunday. I'll keep a count for you, Conan. Okay.
All right. I'll wait to hear.
We'll have an update on that for next week. I'll make a a special intro for it, or a special music for it.
Wins of the week. Wins of the week.
No. That's so odd. Man, I hope we went back to our old. I listened to it and I'm just like, man, I hate this. That was funny at the time, but no, I really hate this so much.
I thought it was hilarious.
Like, it was funny. Yes, it was funny at the time, but now now it's just like, okay.
Hey, it's a joke. The joke's good once or twice. You keep doing it over and over, it loses flavor. I get it.
Yeah. But all right. Thank you guys.
Was funny.
Thank you guys very much for listening. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, iTunes, and Spotify at Low Scale Gaming. If you have a question or subject you want us to talk about on our next podcast, go ahead and leave us a tweet or email us at lowscalegaming@gmail.com. But thank you guys again. And remember, have a great day and a better tomorrow.